Peoria, Video Max Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Christina Colosimo and Brett Lemick. The weekend news with Jennifer French and Lawson Barger, and the Midstate News team. Our news interviewer is Joanna Maggio. Sports with Matt Wetterston, Brian Vito, and the sports team. State of the Arts with Sandra Hall. Erica Chin and Aaron Mayo take it to the streets. In Need with Brooke Rumble. Our music reviewers are Landon Battles and Rihanna Pouncey. Brian Cunningham gets real at the movies. And Thina Gore takes us about town. And let's eat. And now from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine, with your hosts, Christina and Brett. Take it away, kids.
Hey, welcome back to another brand new episode of Midstate Magazine. I'm Brett Lemick.
And I'm Christina Colosimo.
And this week we're talking about jobs. Because last night I was talking to my parents, as I do usually, because I'm a good son and try to call.
Of course.
At least every other day.
Right.
And I was talking to them, and as we are in college, the question always comes up: jobs, careers, what's going to be out there. Talk to your parents.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes I think my parents get a little frightened because they're thinking, what are you going to do with the rest of your life?
But because you got to think soon, because it's coming up.
Of course. Well, I remember as a kid, I don't know if you ever did this, but like talking to your parents, talking to family, talking to friends about, what I want to be when I grow up. And
how kid are we talking? Like
I was little, but I remember specifically in 5th grade, I said I was going to be the first female president.
Okay.
Which
was prestigious.
Right. Still, I'm not going to do that. But then I really, as a kid, I wanted to be the tram operator at Disney World. Like the thing that goes around.
That is a good job.
Yes.
I want the Mickey Mouse. I want to be like inside one of those suits.
I know. Right? That would be cool. That would be cool. Kids coming up to
I got to search the price of that. Maybe I'll get that. But let's go to news with Jennifer and Lawson.
Thank you, Christina and Brett. I'm Lawson Barger.
And I'm Jennifer French. Thanks for joining us this evening. With Peoria City Council elections just around the corner, the League of Women Voters of Greater Peoria recently hosted a forum for primary election candidates to interact with the public. You can cast your vote at Midstate College, the Child Advocacy Center, or the City Election Commission. The 182nd Wing. After nearly closing a few years ago, the 182nd Airlift Wing of the National Guard is now at the top of news headlines for other reasons. The 182nd Air Base, located near the Greater Peoria Regional Airport, was recently awarded the U.S. Air Force's Outstanding Unit Award, which is only given to 9 other National Guard wings in the nation. This year, the award comes from the 182nd for their work in Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom.
The reports are in. The new list of Illinois' top 10 consumer complaints is recently released, and identity theft came in first place. This is the first year that identity theft has even been mentioned on the list, and Attorney General Lisa Madigan says that consumers need to better protect themselves. If you suspect that you may be a victim of identity theft, call 1-866-999-5630. Several dangerous roads in Tazewell County are set to see improvements. The intersection of Broadway and Springfield roads has seen 2 fatal crashes, among other less serious accidents. Once completed, the intersection will be a 4-way stop. Stringtown Road has also seen multiple crashes with injury. Improvements there include work on aligning the curve at the bridge, a guardrail upgrade, and a more advanced warning system.
Despite the recent snow, a waterways expert says that the Illinois River probably won't flood this spring. River levels are currently low and snowfall amounts north of the Peoria are below normal. Rapid melting followed by a lot of rain could cause a problem, especially between Peoria and Birdston, but the snow isn't expected to melt quickly. The old Bemis Company will soon be home to a new paper manufacturer. Governor Rod Blagojevich recently announced more than a $100 million investment package for the Drumheller Bag Corporation to locate in Peoria. The Mississippi-based company hopes to hire 80 new employees. David Drumheller, the company's president, says Peoria was a good location due to trained unemployed workers from the Bemis Company paper bag plant.
Residents of Bradley University's St. James Apartments are calling on their campus to extend security after a recent string of car robberies. Campus police are currently investigating new measures, including security cameras and stronger patrols. In a related story, campus police have also teamed with the Illinois Task Force to ensure students stay safe and, more importantly, obey the law. Alexandra Robbins has more.
Bradley University, home to about 6,000 students and is generally viewed as a safe place to be, has recently been visited by the Illinois State Police Task Force. All students know who they are and why they are here, so it raises the question, is underage drinking a big problem on Bradley's campus? We sat down with Bradley's police chief, David Baer, to find out more.
The task force was a federally funded grant that allowed them to pull officers together to do this. What they were doing was showing courtesy. They came to our department and said, here's what we're going to be doing. Would you like to be a part of it? Or you don't have to. It didn't matter to them one way or another. My decision was to be a part of it.
In the past, the task force only came about once or twice a semester, but recently their visits have become more frequent.
This particular school year, which was fall and including this spring, they took a different approach to it, and they created a number of dates. I think there were about 8 or 9, and that's almost a whole school year. And it almost equates out to one a month. Now, when they're going to do it, I have no way of knowing. I have a rough idea. But it's their call. They pick the dates, they pick the times that they're going to put it in operation.
No one knows the next time the task force will be coming to Bradley. All students can do is be more responsible with their actions. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Alexandra Robbins.
25 first-year teachers from the Dunlap School District 323 will be attending a workshop on poverty. The workshop is to be run by Superintendent Williamson. The purpose is to keep up the test scores of all students despite their economic background. The school district is already above the Illinois state average test scores in both reading and math, and they would like to maintain their high levels of academic achievement. The Greater Peoria Regional Airport will soon offer 2 daily flights to Texas. American Eagle Airlines is adding an additional flight to Dallas-Fort Worth beginning April 10th. The new flight will leave Peoria at 6:50 a.m., arriving in Dallas 2 hours later, allowing passengers to connect to other flights for their final destination.
East Peoria has grown too big for its fire department to effectively serve it. Response times to calls in the northeast area, which house 2 nursing homes, are several minutes longer than the national goal. Fire Chief Mike Vaughn has talked with several firms about conducting a study in which he plans to find a solution that will shorten the response times.
You know, we're always looking to improve our services, and that's what we're trying to do in a fiscally responsible manner. You know, that's one thing I keep in the back of my mind in this office. You know, you can have all the dreams in the world, but you have to be fiscally responsible to the citizens also. So that's why I think this study is important. Instead of just adding a 4th station, maybe we should look at and evaluate other options that may in the long run save the city money and be able to provide the same type of service.
Solutions may include building a new fire station or relocating the old one. However, Vaughn believes that the study will be a 3 to 6 month process. In other news, the city's housing market couldn't be better, according to the Peoria Area Association of Realtors. For the past year, home sales were down by less than 0.5% for the area compared to 8.5% nationally. The association says that a strong local economy, a high inventory of homes, and the demand for new residential construction are keeping Peoria out of the housing bubble that is affecting other cities throughout the Midwest. And now we're tossing it over to Matt Weatherston with sports. Matt?
Thanks a lot, Lawson. Well, college basketball is in full force with conference tournaments just about underway. We turn to our specialist with his projections on how this fairy tale season ends. Brian?
Thanks, Matt. Well, we all know what a college basketball fan on Selection Sunday is equivalent to a kid on Christmas morning. That day is fastly approaching. And even before that, the MVC tournament, aka Arch Madness, will take place. This year, more than ever, the field seems wide open with as many as 6 teams believing they have a great chance to earn that automatic bid into the field of 65. However, in my mind, there's only one team that is ready to walk away with championship honors. Peaking at the exact right time, look for the SIU Salukis to repeat as Missouri Valley Tournament champions, earning them that free pass. However, do not count out the local team just yet. Bradley's current season is beginning to mirror last season. If the Braves win 2 in St. Louis, they could hear their name yet again called on Selection Sunday. As far as the big picture goes, I like the following in my Final Four come early April: Florida, Ohio State, UCLA, and Wisconsin. And be ready for a rematch of the BCS championship game between Florida and Ohio State, but this time it's going to be the Buckeyes coming out on top. I may be confident in these picks now, but hey, it's March. Anything can and will happen. Just ask Bradley and George Mason. Matt, back to you.
Thanks, Brian. From the collegiate pros to the intramural spotlight, Sarah Jansen reports from the men's A-League division.
You got a couple Bradley basketball players in attendance to see Sigma Chi take on the SJs. Second half action, Costa Eckelman goes to the right hand for 2. Later, Craig Reynolds takes the screen and knocks down the 3, giving Sigma Chi the lead. But the SJs were too tough. Lennox Forrester takes the pass and gets to the goal. Then, Colin Walker does the same thing from the other side. And to cap it all off, Kyle Vogt drains the 3 as the SJs cruise to victory by 11.
Even though I'm a coach, you know, we all make mistakes, and you know, they expect you to perform to their standard, which I know I'm way behind that, but they all do.
None of us like to lose. You know, it's a game, but you know, we all have a competitive streak. That's why we're coaches, or that's why we want to play intramurals. So all of us have a competitive streak, but you know, the main thing for me is just exercise.
2 players for the SJs are also coaches for the Bradley men's basketball team. This is a new position for them and one they're getting quite used to. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Sarah Jansen.
Thanks, Sarah. That's an interesting perspective. Finally tonight, get this, Chicago Cubs pitcher Kerry Wood is injured again. This time it's a non-baseball related accident. Actually, Wood slipped getting out of his own hot tub. He says he will be fine and it's only going to set him back a couple days. Lou Piniella says he will throw out of the bullpen this year rather than being in the starting rotation. The 29-year-old right-hander made $12 million last season. Falling out of his own hot tub, Lawson. You can't let that happen, especially for a $12 million pitcher.
That doesn't seem very professional to me, man. Well, in this week's Oddly Enough, everyone has heard of the classic children's story of the ugly duckling, but few know the story of Stumpy, the scrappy little British duckling with 4 legs. A rare genetic mutation has given the 8-day-old duckling a pair of nearly full-size legs behind the 2 that he runs on. Stumpy would likely be unable to survive in the wild, but today he is living happily on a small duck farm outside of London. Well, that is one very lucky duckling.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for joining us at Midstate News. I'm Lawson Barger.
I'm Jennifer French.
And I'm Matt Wedderston. Back to you, Christina and Brett.
You know, Matt's comment earlier about the team
Yeah.
that is comprised of coaches.
Talk about, you know, careers.
That's pretty cool. I know.
To be a coach, like, not only like a teacher, but also playing basketball with the kids. I'd like to do that, but, you know, I don't want to hurt the kids, you know. I'm pretty good at basketball.
I have,
which is a lie.
I have absolutely no athletic ability. I can play tennis and that's it.
Oh, you're tall.
As a kid, I think that my poor father, I mean, he tried his hardest with me, but.
Not even like volleyball or?
No. Oh, I tried out and didn't make it. I was
Really?
a cheerleader, but.
So no going to the WNBA for a future career job?
No, not that I can see in the future.
I'll still get your autograph if it's not for something, if it's whether it's an actress or, you know, playing basketball.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
There's a lot of jobs coming out. Actually, in the Wall Street Journal, I was reading the newspaper. How impressive is that?
You know, and now in need with Brooke Rumbold.
The 4-H Club advocates strong values and healthy nutrition for children ages 8 to 13 through its 4-H Fridays program. The meetings, held at the River West branch of the Peoria Public Library, start with participants reciting the 4-H pledge.
I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to loyalty, my hands to larger service, for my health and better living, for my club, my community, my country, and my world.
Children get a lesson in proper food preparation and nutrition to promote healthy lifestyles.
I think the food time when they're preparing the food, I think that's fun. They really get into it. They really like that part of it. So I guess that's probably what's fun for us.
Each week, the children prepare a different dish to enjoy. In the past, they have made tacos, chicken, and s'mores, along with others.
So if you're looking for something fun to do Fridays after school, come to the River West branch of the Peoria Public Library for fun, learning, and of course, snacks too. From Midstate Magazine, I'm Brooke Grumbold.
Brooke, that's a great in need. You know, earlier we were talking about coaches, and for me, that would be a dirty job, an icky job. I couldn't do it. I'd make a terrible coach.
Actually, have you seen the, what is it, Dirty Jobs? That's what it's called on Discovery Channel.
Yes, yes.
I think the guy's name is Mike Rowe, and he just does, like, whether it's plumbing or construction, he just does, like, dirty jobs that, like, you know, you're on your knees, like, in the muds. Like, those are hard jobs, but, like, at the end of the day, you have to feel accomplished after doing that.
Oh, definitely. And I have so much respect for the people that really do that for a living. I mean, thank God that we have people out there that feel like it.
I respect those people, definitely. Yes. Let's go to Get Real with Shannon Pierce.
This week, we will look at the Martin Scorsese movie, The Departed. Based on the Chinese movie called Infernal Affairs, The Departed is the story of a mob mole in a police unit, played by Matt Damon, and an undercover cop who has infiltrated the mob, brilliantly acted by Leonardo DiCaprio. Frank Costello, played by Jack Nicholson, is the ruthless mob boss caught in the middle of this cat and mouse game.
When I was your age, they would say...
The movie is set in Irish South Boston, and it is this backdrop that sets the film's tone.
Is this, when you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference?
Nicholson, Damon, and DiCaprio's characters all fight to maintain a hold on their situations, as well as their sanity.
What are you waiting for, honestly? I mean, do you want them to chop me up and feed me to the poor? Is that what you guys want?
Tension builds as the paths of the mob spy, Colin Sullivan, and the undercover cop, Billy Costigan, run dangerously toward collision. The Departed is told in a taut, gripping fashion, which keeps the viewer wondering which of the moles will crack first. The three lead actors all turn in exceptional performances, and they are backed by a strong supporting cast, including Mark Wahlberg, who plays Costigan's hot-headed superior.
The Departed is currently out on DVD, and I recommend you catch this excellent crime story while the talk of the Oscars is still around. For Get Real, I'm Shannon Pierce. Back to you, Christina and Brett.
Thanks, Shannon. You know, Mr. Oscar really loves The Departed, so...
Yeah, oh, good movie. Yes. Now, we're talking about jobs. What do you think about those career placement tests? Have you ever taken those? I think personally they're a little silly because like it says, do you like mowing lawns? You should be a lawnmower. Like
right.
I've seen those.
I've never had to take I think I took one actually my junior year of high school.
High school? Okay.
Right, but I have cousins that my aunt and uncle firmly believe in those career placement tests. So they take them and they run with it.
I don't know how much water they hold. Like
right.
I don't know if they can place you exactly where you'll be happy and where you'll be most productive. Like maybe interests, like if you're an introvert or extrovert, and we're obviously both extroverts.
Yes.
But another person that I know is an extrovert is Rihanna Pouncey. So let's go to music with her.
Thank you, Christina and Brett. I'm Rihanna Pouncey, here to tell you that the explosion of Robin Thicke is fully underway, as evident in his new album, The Evolution Of, where he amazes audiences with his soulful voice and sometimes lazy flow that takes some time to get used to. The lyrics seem to be well thought out and pull at your heart, however the underlying music can be somewhat boring. But don't take that as a discouragement to prevent you from buying this album, because it's actually worth buying the songs, like Lost Without You, which is probably the album's strongest track. It is evident that Mr. Thicke wants his lady to know that he is, as the name implies, lost without her. Thicke is definitely diverse in his music selection, as the song Everything I Can't Have has a salsa Latin feel, and Complicated has a jazzy piano singer sound that makes you want to sing in the mirror. But the underdeveloped and lazy track Wanna Love You Girl, which features Pharrell Williams, seems as if Robin Thicke had fallen asleep. The artist definitely has talent leaking out of his pores, but you only hear sparks of his full potential scattered throughout The Evolution Of. Bad music selection, but great song lyrics, and a soothing voice is the reason why this album won't be classified as classic material, but still won't be dismissed as garbage that shouldn't have came out in stores. I give this album 3 meat packets out of 5, and I do recommend you to go out and buy it because it's worth a listen. For On Beat, I'm Rihanna Pouncey. Peace.
That's some sexy music, Rihanna.
It was.
Yes. Now, I actually did a little research. Salary.com just came out at the beginning of the year with 2007's Sexiest Jobs.
Sexiest jobs.
Yes, and
Okay.
unfortunately, the fireman has been dethroned. The past 2 years, the fireman has been #1. This
longer.
year, no longer. I know, sadness. But this year, what do you think? It's the bartender.
The bartender's
The
number 1?
bartender is our #1 sexiest job, followed by the fireman.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Caterpillar's not even on there. Like a Caterpillar construction worker, you know, out in the hot sun.
Oh, I know. Those big bulging biceps, right? Well, maybe
in
next
Peoria.
year.
In Peoria,
Yes.
sexiest job is Caterpillar.
There you go.
I think we'll just leave it at that. We'll mark it down, and that's the word on the street. Now, street team, word on the street with Aaron Mayo.
Hi, I'm Aaron Mayo here with the street team. 2 days before March, getting ready to test people's knowledge about the tournament here at the Riverplex. Do you know what month March Madness occurs in?
March. March?
March. March, yeah, you're right. That's why they call it March Madness. Do you know how many teams make the tournament?
Sweet 16.
10? 10? 65, 65.
Okay.
There's 2 in the championship game.
There you go. 5.
5? Yeah. You're 60 short. 65 teams make it.
Okay.
Do you know what NCAA stands for?
NCAA. No, I know it's got to do with basketball.
Yes, it has to do with basketball.
Yeah, tournament basketball, anyway.
NCAA.
Yes.
National Cash Association, a proclamation.
National Collegiate Athletic Association.
Do you know if the tournament is single elimination or double elimination?
Single. I have no idea, but single.
Single? Single?
We've captured all the madness that March has to offer at the Riverplex, and I still want to know why the tournament is a single elimination instead of a double elimination. I feel that the team should have 2 chances to make it to the championship because they worked hard throughout the year. For Midstate Magazine, this is Aaron Mayo signing off.
Thank you, Aaron, for that story on March Madness. You know, I was thinking, what would you, a cool job, referee at a basketball game,
Okay.
would you be able to do that?
If I made the wrong call, like
I know.
I don't know if I would be able to take it.
I couldn't take it.
And
Someone
personally,
screamed at
I
me.
don't know that much about
Right.
like all the rules and all that stuff. But that is kind of like an out of the ordinary job. It's not
Right.
like any other random job. Like there's so many out of the ordinary jobs that I like. What? You must have one.
Toy tester?
Yes, that is a cool
Can you
one.
imagine testing toys all day long?
What
Just like
was the movie with
playing
Tom Hanks?
all day?
Big? I think it was Big. Yeah, where he just like tests toys and.
Yes.
I'd be up for it. So if anyone's watching right now, I will apply, send that in, and maybe we both can test out some toys.
I'd love it. We could play all day long.
Okay, we'll do those applications
Sweet.
while we go to State of the Arts with Sandra Hall.
Hi, my name is Sandra Hall, and welcome to State of the Arts. Today on the show, Nace Sells, a young gifted artist, will be showcasing her work of art. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Now, Nace, what does art mean to you?
Well, in my opinion, art means expression, whether it's TV, music, movies, everything. It's all about expression.
Right, now how did you discover your gift in art?
Oh, wow. Way back from first grade, I can draw like women, like full-figure women. I mean, my classmates will just run up to me, Nace, I want you to draw this full-figure gal for me. And I was like,
first
oh,
grade,
okay.
not stick figures.
No, not stick
Oh,
figures
okay.
now.
Go ahead.
Not stick figures. Oh, I mean like full-figure women,
Wow.
okay?
So how did you able to perfect it after since first grade? Like, you took classes, or is it something that you naturally had within yourself?
It's just something I naturally have. You know, it's amazing talent. I mean, something that can't be explained for real though. So
Now, where have you gone with your art? Have you gone to galleries or exhibits and you've had your work displayed there, or?
yes, I've had my work displayed before, especially in high school.
Okay.
Like the Ray LaHood art appreciation contest. I had my work displayed for 2 years, my junior year and senior year at that. So I didn't win, but at least I got a nice little, cute ribbon.
Now, what kind of art were you doing then that you submitted in for the contest?
Well, the kind of art that I've submitted is pointillism. It's a picture that was made by dots.
Wow.
Millions and millions of dots. The best one I've done so far.
Now, how long does that take if you're doing like individual dots?
Individual dots, dot by dot by dots. It took me a week to get it done, and I done it like during spring break actually. So there was nothing for me to do. Just 2 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Now, are you what kind of artist are you? Are you more just whatever, like whatever your pen, just the pencil gets going, or
whenever the pen's just roaming from my hands, I'm just a freelance artist, as you can say. I draw whenever I have the time. I also draw for, a few of my friends, and they were, more than willing to even pay me, for my special talents, because I would just draw portraits, for profit.
All right, now let's start looking at the beautiful art we have here. Now, this first one, it's like, is he laying down?
Yes, he's actually lying down.
Okay.
But here's an interesting story. Our model was sick that day, so we just took turns, modeling each other. So during that day, we used India ink. It's very permanent. And in my drawing, I used bamboo pen. It's made out of wood. And then I also used bamboo brush. As you can see on his pants, I used the brush, and then you can see on his fingers and his face, I've used the bamboo pen.
Wow.
And it was very loose, very sketchy, not really delicate, but it was still a great piece, and then I decided to keep it.
All right, moving on to some other beautiful work of art now. Was it someone in your class, or you just drew it?
It was just a model.
Okay.
That day we was focusing on more of the face, and our special assignment is just doing it just by line, line only. And I've used charcoal pencils. 3 of them actually, ranging from very dark to very light. And it's a real delicate picture, I would like to say. And it took me for at least an hour for it. Yes, an hour for me to complete.
All right, now we have this masterpiece right here. Please tell me about this.
Well, actually, this beautiful piece of art, my friend Miss Melanie Pagan, and I've used a lot of multimedia. I've used India ink, like the first drawing. I've used even charcoal pencils and black chalk, and even white charcoal for this one. And I drew it for a final portfolio, actually. And then it took me 3 days to complete.
3 days?
Oh yeah, 3 days. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, how did she get Melanie to sit for 3 days?
That's I'm like, gotta take a break in between, but.
Well, actually, when I had her doing this pose, only sketched out the sitting positions, and as I was sketching it, I was, actually measuring it so I could get the accuracy down, just right on point. And I also, made a few little notes where to place the light on this piece, and that's what I did for the first hour.
You know what? You are a masterpiece in the making. I enjoyed you having here, and best of luck with you and your artwork in the future.
Thank you so much,
I'm Sandra Hall from State of the Arts. Back to you, Brett and Christina.
Wow, what amazing
Yeah,
talent.
that takes some skill.
Man, with the boom of the internet, art is being
museum websites and all that.
Yeah, it's
That's
all over.
An awesome job.
All over, yes. Well, with the internet too, there are so many different jobs that have just kind of
the marketplace has just opened.
Splurged, yes. People are professional bloggers
Oh, is
for
that,
a living.
What is that? That's like when they
you can
just
write
comments?
anything on your blog, comments, a diary, whatever you want to write.
And people get paid for that.
They get paid for it, yes.
Could I get paid for it?
You can if you want.
What would I write about?
You could write about Midstate. You could write about your personal life.
Hey,
anything you want.
Don't tempt me. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take you up on this.
I know. Well,
So
this has been a great show.
I'd say so.
Yes. Do you have any more ideas then about your career?
I think I'll stick to Midstate for now.
Okay.
Because
sounds good.
if you're not watching us,
You're not watching much.
see you next time.
Thank you.